So now the $1,000,000 question is, shouldn't India's government go and buy a lot of oil and get a lot of money in return for buying all the oil? So there's this huge thing going around, not as huge as Money Heist, but still very huge thing. Oil prices went negative for the first time in the history of this capitalist era. And it is exactly how it sounds. You would have been paid $34 if you had purchased 1 barrel of crude oil, assuming that you purchased last week. Why am I so late to this? So you remember, right? One guy ate a bat in China and now we are in quarantine. Yes. So being in our home, binge watching Netflix the whole time means that no one goes out.
Bruh.
Well, exaggeration, but you get it. And no mode of transportation is being put to use. No bikes, no cars, no public transportation such as buses or aeroplanes which use a shit ton of crude oil. Ergo, to summarize, the usage of crude oil has declined.
That's okay. But what does it have to do with oil prices going negative?
In economics, we have this really amazing concept which gave me 5 marks in final exams about price, demand and supply. This is the demand line. This is the supply line. The point where they meet is the price of the commodity. Now the demand falls down, and the new demand line and the supply line intersect to have the new price of the commodity. The price was at the top, now the price came down to the bottom. So the price fell down because the demand fell down. Now back to you, Bhavish, why did the demand fall down? Who will buy the fuel? Who will buy the crude oil if no one wants it? They can't actually use it, can they? They can't go out of their home in Honda Active or anything. And that is the problem. Everyone is at home. I mean, that is the problem economically. Logically, shut up, stay at home, don't do drugs, and click on the subscribe and like button. Okay, so no one is there to consume the crude oil products such as petroleum or wax, which is used in Vin Diesel's head. Damn, that's shiny. So last week, on average, around 100 million barrels were being pumped out every day and were taken to storage units and warehouses. Only to realize, oh shit, the warehouse is full. We have reached maximum capacity and the storage is full because I can't hear you.
Adapoda teenage Dorabuchi.
Okay, the storage is full because no one has bought the previous barrels. 90% of the world is in lockdown. So somehow the oil lords have to spend a lot of money and a lot of oil to store the oil which was already produced. Get me? Since they don't have any space to store oil in the land, they are now storing it in ships. And that is called offshore storage, and that is very costly. More costly than iPhone Max. We pump out so much oil that if we stop right now, we don't have place to store the oil produced till now, last week. And in words which make sense, it will be a bigger loss to store the oil than to get rid of it by paying just $34. The storage cost would be this much. Cost of selling it would be this much. So would you rather sell your commodity for $34 or store the commodity and incur more and more losses? Obviously, you would want to get rid of it so you don't have a big loss in the future. And that is why sellers are ready to pay people to take the oil out of their hand. That oil is a useless commodity now because no one wants it. And this has also happened with one more commodity due to corona, and that was chicken. All the animals which were meant to be sold were killed because the demand was not there. So the animal farmers just killed all the chicken. It would take them this much money to maintain them, to feed them, but no one was buying it. So all the money which they spend would be a useless investment, speaking economically. And if they just kill the animal, this big loss would not happen, would not be incurred on them. So now the $1,000,000 question is, shouldn't India's government go and buy a lot of oil and get a lot of money in return for buying all the oil? Now that is where, how do I say it nicely? We have 90% of the world is in lockdown. There is no demand for the oil. That is the main reason for the drop in the prices. The oil is being pumped, but the storage is full. Storing in the inventory will cause a big loss. The cost of maintenance is high, and that will be a useless investment. Why to spend money in storage when you know people are not going to buy it in the next coming months? And this also gives a very good indication on when the world thinks that the pandemic will be over, when the lockdown will be over. So the prices for petrol were negative in the next month. It was $5 to $10 in the next to next month. So you can just correlate that and you will find out that the world leaders, the countries, don't think the lockdown will be over for at least the next 2 months. So if India buys crude oil now when the storage capacity is maximum, it will face a very, very big loss. And now let us assume that the storage capacity was not maximum. We had abundance of storage. So even if India bought crude oil prices now when it is low, India would not give cheaper rates of petrol to the public. And why is that? This is a very interesting topic which I'm surprised is not communicated more often by the media. The thing is, India has a huge fiscal deficit budget. That means we spend more money than we actually have. And once we do that, we do not have money. What do? We can either go for loans or we can print more money. We can easily do that, can't we? And that causes inflation. And then they try to balance their budget somehow. So definitely these two aren't the best sources of getting money. Obviously, India gets a lot of money from income tax when people pay it. So India gets a good chunk of money from taxes which are levied on petroleum. You should know that petrol is exempt from GST. There is no GST in petrol. If there was GST, the highest amount of tax which they could put in petrol would be 28%. But now there is no GST. And that is the main reason why petrol is so costly. The current tax rate in petrol is around 54% in Delhi. Source. So for the government to get money, they put high taxes on petrol. Sorry guys, not my fault. The thing is, this is understandable but not justifiable, you know. So like I said in the beginning, how do I say this nicely? We are... So what does this teach us? The Middle Gulf's market will be low, oil market has crashed, and consumption is as dead as your teenage high school romance. So now coming to the $1 trillion question, can I buy crude oil assuming I have a place to store it, assuming I won't burn down my house, and get $34 in return? Well, you could have last week. The trade market for crude oil has futures and derivatives, and it is so confusing. You know, I was trying to understand and learn that from my senior, and my god, I was crying in frustration because it was so mind-blowing and so difficult to understand in the beginning. If you are interested, tell me in the comments below, and maybe I could make a video on that. Even though I have so many assignments, like I have forgotten how my handwriting looks, and the teachers are asking us to submit tests. My friend, he completed 140 pages of maths classwork note. His classwork note is 140 pages. This video would not have been possible without Udhay, Alavind and Dinesh. They are my seniors in commerce, and they are so well educated, so well informed in economics and current affairs. So check out their social links, check out Alavind's YouTube channel, check out Udhay's meme page, and check out Dinesh's Instagram. Thank you for watching, everybody. At the end of the day, remember one thing: never eat a bat. Thank you. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, share, put it in your WhatsApp status, put it in your Instagram stories, tag me. I'm Bhavesh Shah. You just watched an informative video. Be proud of yourself. Do good, man. You just educated yourself on some new topic. Okay, bye.